Welcome to the Sale Guru Show. This is Rajiv Marketing and I'm coming to you directly from Los Angeles. I've just flown in out here for one very special thing. I'm going to show it to you right away. I know I should build this up. I should really keep this from all of you to build up the buzz and the hype, but I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the much rumored, much spoken about, huge amount of buzz and hype about it, the Moto Razr 2019. Well, you know, there was a Moto Razr that came out in 2004, continued for years, but this is a whole different ballgame. Look, about a 2-inch screen on the outside, super thin like the Moto Razr used to be, but look what happens. Oh my God, 6.2 inches screen on the inside, foldable, absolutely flat, no creases. Brilliant job on that. We've got a brand new Vivo phone on the show. We've got another Moto phone on the show. We've got phones under 15,000 rupees that are all edging their way to nominations for Last Phone Standing and a whole lot more. Let's get started. This is a brilliant show I'm bringing to you today. Remember, this one, a preview of this is part of it.
Motorola has launched the Moto Razr with a spin to the classic flip phone. This one comes with a foldable display. We get you all the highlights straight from the launch in the US. The big review on the show today, the Vivo V17 Pro. Does it manage to leave a mark with a dual pop-up front camera and a price tag of around 30,000 rupees? We tell you. Another Motorola phone on the show today. This one comes in under 10,000 rupees and has a macro lens. Is the Motorola One Macro a good choice below 10,000? We'll find out. And as the year slowly draws to an end, we take a look at the very best phones under 15,000 rupees this year.
So I came all the way to Los Angeles just for this, to show you the Moto Razr 2019. Now today is only going to be a quick preview. More will happen around the India launch. Lots and lots of details at that time. But now I'm going to show you a quick preview. But before I do that, I want to show you how they actually announced and launched the phone, including the legacy of the Moto Razr, frozen in time. Now why am I using the word frozen again and again? Well, I'm going to show you why. Very interesting what they did right here with frozen in ice. Yeah, absolutely fine. That's fine. You know, there was something about clamshell and flip phones, especially when you said bye to somebody and you did this. That was fantastic. This is the Moto Razr, iconic legacy phone. Came out in 2004, went on to become the largest selling clamshell flip phone ever in the world. But then clamshells and flip phones went away. There wasn't really anything left for them because smartphones with a static screen became the big way. Until now, this one goes away, and guess what comes out? This is the Moto Razr 2019. I have a better name for it, the Moto Flex Razr, because not only is it exactly as thin as the original Moto Razr, 14mm, this one has some fantastic things you'll never see in any other phone, including, and wait for it, including, when it opens out, it's actually got a foldable display, 6.2 inches screen, which is also a 21:9, and no crease at all. Brilliant hinge that actually slides as it opens so that it gives you this completely flat display. Fantastic HD screen. All those things are really fantastic. Incredible that the out screen is also about 2 inches, 2.17, I think. You can do a lot of things with just the outside screen. You never have to even go inside. You can even answer notifications and messages from the outside. 2 cameras, one on the outside that becomes your front camera, 16 megapixel. There is another camera that is also on the inside of it, so you can actually flip video calls. You could be taking a video call like this and immediately do this and it'll go to this seamlessly. So lots of the seamless experiences from the outside to the inside. Now, why would Motorola come out with this? Think about this. Everybody loves a big screen experience, but everybody doesn't like what a big screen experience comes with. A big, bulky phone. They may be getting thinner. They may be getting smaller bezels, but they're still huge phones. This one gives you 6.2 inches, folds in, and you can actually put it in a shirt pocket, into your jeans, and it's gone. So that's the big innovation, number one. Number two, of course, is the fact that it's got a foldable screen, a very different one from the others that has come out till now. They've done great engineering on this, including the chin. The chin was a part of the original Motorola Razr. This one has the fingerprint sensor. It's got a great audio chamber because it's this thick. It's got the speaker and all of those things that are built into this. So all in all, this is an amazing phone with a lot of very, very cool things. Let's take a look at this in detail.
It's not easy to reinvent an icon, but Motorola just did. Meet the new Moto Razr, a phone that flips and folds. The new Razr makes us nostalgic yet gives us the tech of today with a futuristic design. And we are more than thrilled to get our hands on it. When we flip open the phone, it's a 6.2-inch flex view display with a 21:9 aspect ratio. When we flip it back, we get a 2.7-inch interactive quick view display. There's a lot one can do on the small screen of the phone, like take calls, play music, and more. We have to say, when folded, the pocket-friendly size brings back all the memories of the previous Moto Razrs, but the new one with its foldable design makes it the phone of the future. It is priced at $1,500, which is around a lakh of rupees. It will come to India and we can't wait to review this flippy.
You know, it still feels really good doing this, but like I said, it's a quick preview. I've done that. Now it's time to move on to the next big one. This is the Vivo V17 Pro. Now this one has 6 cameras on the phone for about 27,000 rupees. 6 cameras. Now 4 as in quad at the back, 2 on the pop-up. It's got a Super AMOLED screen, 8 GB RAM. So it's really one of those phones that is on complete steroids. And then Vivo once again does something incredible with the pricing. So about 27,000 rupees for this one. Let's take a detailed look at the phone.
6 cameras on a phone? Well, it is now the new normal. Vivo brings high-quality 6 cameras on the V17 Pro at 29,990 rupees, but can these 6 cameras make it the bestseller? Should you invest your money in it? Let us tell you. The Vivo V17 Pro looks much like its predecessor, the V15 Pro, with an all-screen display, no notch and thin bezels. We've got the Glacier Ice color variant of this phone and it looks beautiful. The build of this phone is solid and it is comfortable to hold. There is Corning Gorilla Glass 6 on the front for protection and it comes with Screen Guard 2 just to avoid any mishaps. There is an in-display fingerprint scanner which works well, and if that fails, which it won't, but if it does, then there is face unlock as well. The front is dominated by a bright 6.44-inch Super AMOLED display with a full HD Plus resolution. The screen is sharp, the colors are vivid, even under sunlight the screen light is sufficient. The V17 Pro is all about the camera, 4 cameras on the rear and 2 lenses on the pop-up front camera. Let's talk about the dual pop-up selfie camera first. There are 2 32-megapixel lenses on the front which can click super wide-angle selfies and even capture a good selfie in the dark with super night mode. We won't lie, they do come out nice. The rear has a setup of 4 lenses, a 48-megapixel HD camera, a 13-megapixel telephoto, an 8-megapixel AI super wide-angle plus super macro of 2.5 cm and 2-megapixel bokeh cameras. The phone clicks some brilliant shots and captures details even in low light. There is a super macro mode which focuses and captures objects as close as 2.5 centimeters, and the phone is capable of shooting video too on macro mode. There is a 10x digital zoom to shoot things at a distance, and of course the super wide angle can also be achieved with this phone. The 2-megapixel bokeh camera does a decent job in capturing the subject and blurring the background. The V17 Pro is powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 675 AIE processor with 8 GB RAM and 128 GB internal memory. The phone is adequately fast and we didn't face any issue while we had it. There is game mode too to make the gaming experience better on the phone. There is a FunTouch OS on top of Android. There are many preloaded apps the phone comes with, but most of them can be uninstalled. There is dark mode too on board just in case you like that color scheme. The Vivo V17 Pro is loaded with a 4100 mAh battery along with an 18-watt fast charging. The phone lasted us a complete day on full charge. The Cell Guru verdict? The Vivo V17 Pro has everything covered under its hood except that we do wish it had a slightly more advanced processor. That said, the V17 Pro's headline act is its Hexa camera setup and it's pretty good. So if you're looking for a phone that clicks all kinds of shots that the smartphones of today's era are capable of, then you should consider the Vivo V17 Pro.
You know what we do right at the end of the year, right? We do that iconic, amazing show, 2 shows called Last Phone Standing. And that really is the final culmination for a whole year where we actually recognize and reward the best phones in each category. And this year, we've been going about it slightly differently. Rather than just doing those 2 shows there, we're taking you through each category of phones and the phones that we believe will finally make it in the nominated list. Today, we're going to take a look at phones under 15,000 rupees.
Under 15,000 rupees is a category that has seen some of the best cameras now ranging up to 64 megapixels, stunning displays and even superior processors. Phone manufacturers are leaving no stone unturned in this affordable segment, and some of the phones here are almost at par on a spec level with some premium ones. Here are the very best under 15,000 rupees this year. Xiaomi brought out its big guns with the Redmi Note 8 Pro this year. This is a phone that boasts of a 64 megapixel quad camera setup and it comes with the latest MediaTek Helio G90T processor. There's a 4500 mAh battery and it starts at just under 15,000 rupees for the 6GB RAM variant. Samsung's M series got a mammoth upgrade with the Galaxy M30s. This is a phone that brings a massive 6000 mAh battery and a 6.4-inch stunning AMOLED display. It has 3 cameras on the back with a 48 megapixel lens and it starts at 13,999 rupees. Realme's Top XT just about misses this list since it starts at 16,000 rupees. But the Realme 5 Pro sure is part of this list at 13,999 rupees. It is powered by the Snapdragon 712 chipset, has a quad camera setup with a 48 megapixel lens and it comes with VOOC charging. The Motorola G8 Plus starts at 13,999 rupees. It brings a triple camera with a 48 megapixel lens to the table along with a large 4000 mAh battery. It also has Dolby-backed stereo speakers. The camera of this phone is pretty unique and it doubles up as an action cam too. Vivo pegged this phone as a gamer's delight and it doesn't disappoint with a Snapdragon 712 processor, a 5000 mAh battery and a dedicated game mode. The Z1 Pro starts at 14,990 rupees and comes with a triple camera setup on the back. And so, is there a phone under 15,000 rupees that doesn't have it all? Well, looking at this list, this is going to be a very tough fight. But we will pick only one winner in our year-end special episode.
And of course, before we move on to the next part of the show, we've got to take a look at another Motorola phone. This is the Motorola Macro 1. And this is a phone that has a macro lens as the add-on that really makes it very different.
Motorola's family of power ranges include the Moto One Power, the Action, and the Vision. Each of these comes with its own star features, most of which are in the name itself. And adding to that lineup but stepping down the price a bit is the new Motorola One Macro. This comes in at just under 10k at 9,999 rupees and again its superpower seems to be in its name, the macro camera. So let's put the phone to test and see, does the Motorola One Macro have more to offer than just its camera? The Moto One Macro has a glossy back. We like the gradient color on it, but it does attract quite a few fingerprints. A cover might be necessary here. The cameras are stacked vertically on the back. They look a bit chunky, but the Motorola logo on the fingerprint scanner adds a nice touch. On the front, there is a 6.2-inch HD Plus screen with a water drop notch on top. We wish it was a full HD Plus display, but it's not too bad on this phone. The resolution is 720p Plus, which is pretty reasonable. Motorola has been generous with the RAM and storage as well. There is a 4GB RAM and 64GB storage variant which can be expanded with a micro SD card. The phone powers through with a MediaTek Helio P70 chipset. Light gaming is good on this phone and we even opened multiple apps really fast and it did okay. There's 4000 mAh of juice that the Moto One Macro packs in. This is actually one place this phone does very well. It lasted us one day of heavy use and the box comes with a decent 10-watt charger. The fingerprint scanner is located conveniently and it is smooth. Face unlock is also there on this phone. Unlike all its Motorola One siblings, the Moto One Macro does not follow suit with the Android One program. It runs on a stock Android 9 with no bloatware and has the usual Moto actions, which makes using the phone slightly easier and adds some fun too. And now for the camera, there is a 13-megapixel main sensor, a 2-megapixel depth lens, a laser autofocus which is a time-of-flight sensor, and of course the headliner which sits right at the top, the 2-megapixel macro lens. The lens allows for shots up to 5 times closer and the details are pretty impressive. There are various camera modes and even the shots we took, like this flower, had pretty good clarity and colors. The low-light shots were only average and it didn't do too well here. There is also a macro video recording which might be useful for creators. There is an 8-megapixel front shooter which gave us good shots in daylight. The portrait had clear edge detection too. All in all, the Motorola One Macro lives up to its name. The camera does well in most situations and the macro lens gives great shots. But we do miss the Android One program here, and under 10,000 rupees with competition like the Redmi Note 8 Pro and the Realme 5, we wonder if it can hold its own. But that said, this is a great phone under 10K for Motorola loyalists.
And before we wrap it all up, Rubina out there in Delhi, in India, is out in the market for Market Watch.
Hello everyone, I'm Rubina Mong, and this week on Market Watch, I have some Hatke tech for you. The tech, the gadgets that I did not know existed. And now that I have found them, I'm very excited to show them to you all. I'm going to start with this, the Timeout Countdown Timer Cube. It's from the company Portronics, the company which is famous for making speakers, and now this is a cute little alarm clock and a clock that counts your intervals. So take a look at what all it can do. Let me try and introduce some discipline in your life with the Portronics Timeout Countdown Timer Cube. This cube is a perfect time manager for school kids, household chores, workout, yoga and more. The cube comes with 3 controllable levels of alarm volume, high, medium, mute, and a rotating display for convenience. The minimum maximum duration of the countdown timer is 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes and 7 minutes. All you need to do is keep the duration you want on the top side face and countdown starts automatically with no settings required. The compact and lightweight of the cube makes it easy to carry, and as you can see, this little thing will fit anywhere. It is the best tool to help you time your intervals easily. It uses 2 AAA batteries, is light and is built with high quality plastic, but I do think it is priced a little bit higher than it should be for 1,999 rupees. The next product that I have for you on Market Watch is this gadget. It's a Mr. Do-It-All gadget, as I would like to call it, as it's a wireless speaker, it's a power bank, it's a selfie stick, it's a phone holder, and it has a torch. So literally it has a lot of things going inside it. It's a 5-in-1 newborn selfie speaker and it costs only about 1,450 rupees. Meet Uborn Selfie Speaker, the most versatile gadget we have come across in recent times. The Uborn 5-in-1 SP135 is a Bluetooth speaker, power bank, selfie stick, torch and a mobile holder. The Bluetooth speaker's sound quality is good and it comes with 15 hours of battery life. If your phone runs out of battery, you can charge your phone, as this speaker also acts as a power bank, but it would not be able to fully charge your phone. What more, this speaker packs a selfie stick with 360-degree revolution support, which works well. There is flashlight for the just-in-case moments. Let's shift gears. Now the next product that I have is for all those who love waking to Ganesh Ji's bhajans. So I have for you Shri Ganesha Bhajan Vani speaker from Shemaru. It has lots of kirtans, bhajans, and it is very portable and a good looking speaker. Take a look. The Shemaru Bhakti Ganesh Bhajan Vani speaker comes preloaded with an assortment of more than 220 bhajans, aartis, japs, mantras and strots. It can be connected via Bluetooth or aux cable. There is USB port and TF card port on board. The tunes are in Hindi and Marathi. They're sung by some amazing artists like Anup Jalota, Suresh Wadkar, Anuradha Podwal and Ame Date. The sound is loud and clear and it comes with 500 mAh of battery. The speaker looks good and can be carried around thanks to its size. It is priced at 1700 rupees. That's it from me on this week's Market Watch. Do write to me with your feedback or suggestions to selguru@ndtv.com. See you next week.
That then was the Sale Guru Show from Los Angeles. Of course, I'm going to be coming right back after this. And do remember, on this phone, this foldable phone, this wondrous engineering that Motorola has done, lots more coming up around the India launch. Wait for that and wait for a lot more coming up next week. We've got an amazing lineup of stuff for next week.